how's it going? This is still Chris.
Still Chris.
This is Chris Quaglin.
Chris.
Yeah, no, you're good. So yeah, we're just plugging along here. We got a bunch of new guys, which is kind of it's nice to mix it up a little bit.
Recipes.
And we're on 2 tiers now, and it's nice to mix it up. So.
Right. Break up the monotony.
Yeah, a little bit. I've only been here a month, so 2, but whatever it is.
You ask them the names of the
But
guys. I know they
yeah.
said them on the back.
Do you have the names of the new guys? We're gonna just
there's Sills. There.
do you have a first name? Is it Jeffrey Sills?
Bonowitz, Ken Bonowitz.
Ken Bonowitz.
Justin's working on their presentation.
Jeffrey Sills.
It's roll call.
I don't know these things. I'm gonna have to get them.
He's trying to add the names for roll call to make sure we've got them on there. And I think for visitation, one or the other.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Both.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get them. But
got everything they need. Do the guys need anything?
yeah, we'll
Do the guys need anything?
we'll see what's gonna happen in the next couple weeks. Hopefully, this meeting that MTG had, maybe you get some stuff done. I'm still on restriction, and I don't know why. So see if I have another 30 days or not.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's the worst that they can do. They pulled us in, or they pulled me into this thing because the one CO wrote me up for BS charge. He said I was too close to the plumber's tools, and he was just mad that I wrote him up.
Right.
And just this group of 3 people, they hate us, and they brought me in, and they demanded that we put a mask on, and then we said no, we're not wearing a mask. Mask mandate's over. And then I asked them one question. I was like, I wanted this, videotaped because I have an active lawsuit with this jail. And they were like, oh, so you're not going to participate? And they walked out. So I guess that means that I'm guilty. I don't know. No, I thought that kind of went against these standards.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Right.
They like to do what they want here, and that's fine. I have it all documented, and eventually it'll turn into something. But that's the one thing I do. I have a great civil lawsuit lawyer, so.
Oh well, good for you.
It'll just tack it on. 2 years of civil rights violation.
So, Chris, when you say you're on restriction, you want to tell us exactly what that means?
No phones, no tablet, no visitation, no video visitation coming up, no rec. I think that's it.
Yeah.
No phone calls. Yeah. No commentary. No commentary too.
And no constitution, so. Tommy says, and no constitution.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no commissary, no phones, no tablet, no visits.
Wow.
So, at least now they're finally, after a court order, they're finally giving me 3 meals a day. So that's awesome. It only took an act of Congress.
You can,
you really can't.
No.
You really can't.
No, you
And
can't.
it is what it is. McFadden keeps on just blowing it out. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. No, it is that big of a deal, dude. You need to stop making excuses for these people and you could tell when like the Democrats were here. The Democrat woman talked my ear off for a little bit, and like she hated agreeing with me, and you could see it in her eyes. But she was like, "Well, is it that much worse? You know, are you guys treated worse than other people because your unit looks better?" Like, yeah, that's because we take care of it.
Right.
You know, and that's because we have Congress coming in here and they're painting it.
Right.
Like yesterday,
Yeah.
the day before that.
Exactly.
And they're like, "Oh, well, you know, but is it really that bad?" Hold on. So you're going to make excuses for a broken system? I'm not ever saying that, oh, well, we have it, you know. First, we are getting treated differently because we are J6 and we're indecent, 100%. But besides that, the whole system's broken. Like, a Democrat's going to start making excuses for the DOC.
No, she went on. Jasmine Crockett, I believe, is who you're talking about, and she did go and do interviews saying that you guys had more privileges than most people, and she had worked pro bono on some cases in some jails that were so much worse. And, you know, I wonder what she's done to improve the conditions in that jail. But I want to just take a moment to, again, shout out to the Northern Neck Patriots because, you know, there aren't any more J6ers in the Northern Neck facility, but we still have...
Northern Neck's done, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? We still have the same Patriots that were up there fighting for you guys, fighting for the general population of that jail. So we're really proud of our Northern Neck Patriots.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Northern Neck Patriots. Thank you. Yeah, it's I didn't realize that had happened. When did that happen?
When did which thing happen? The last.
When did they clear out? When did they clear out the J6ers?
Well, I think Jeffrey Brown was the last one in there. He was the only one in there for a while, and I believe he left last week sometime. But I'm not exactly sure on the timing of it because I'm just not exactly sure.
That's so funny because McFadden just blamed me for getting kicked out of Northern Neck. Like he was like, well, this, you know, yeah, he blamed me and blamed me getting into a fight with, you know, the known gang member that was there on an attempted murder charge for shooting someone 4 times. Yeah, it was my fault that we got into a fight.
Well, I know
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, and lots of nefarious things went on in that jail, but you know we're proud of. You know, I don't know if being there you became familiar with the Northern Neck Sentinel, the little local newspaper there.
Oh yeah. I spoke to what's his face
John
multiple times.
John Haynes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, John Haynes.
Yeah, he's still working hard for you guys, and even before we showed up, his paper did articles of the J6ers, and you know we're advocating for you guys long before I showed up. So we're proud to have Haynes, Tom Jeffries.
Yeah, I spoke to John multiple times. I was trying to we just didn't. I don't know why we didn't speak earlier. I think that was because Joe really didn't want me speaking to the, you know, for some reason he wanted to be the one speaking to the, you know, everyone. But once that stopped, John and I started talking, and because Ted Hull needs to go to jail. I was told that
Yes, sir.
Ted Hull needs to go to jail.
Yeah, I went to a couple of the board meetings, and he is just an arrogant shit.
Yeah, and he's beloved by so many of the marshals because he took so much off of their plate. They didn't care about things like civil rights and human rights. So, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, the feds need to be treated. If the state, on the state level, I'm not saying it's right, but on the state level, that's the state level. But as soon as you go to a federal level, it needs to be a national standard.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
Northern Neck was not at that national standard. And Ted Hull, I was told, a little bird told me that he's retiring this year.
Yeah.
But he needs to spend his golden years in a federal prison.
Yeah, maybe his
So
own.
I know.
Maybe his own federal prison.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The day that we went there for the visit, they had the food service people there, and he was like, I took a tour of the kitchen, and he let me pick. They let me pick any tray you want. Go ahead, pick any tray you want. So they were ready for us to come and look at the food, and they made a big production out of it. But we knew it was a big show.
Of course they were.
Yeah.
Of course they know you're coming, and I want to know, how did they keep the mice and roaches away from the trays that long? Really, I'm kind of curious on how they rounded them up, or kept them away. It probably made enough noise and everything else. Because I was told if you shut the lights off and leave for half an hour, the mice and roaches come out, and then you turn the lights on and they scurry.
Yummy.
Yeah, so it's wonderful. But the civil lawsuits are really gonna hit that place hard, and it needs to be found out exactly how those places are run, because that's the one thing about Virginia. The whole because Rappahannock is equally as bad, but bad in different ways. It's much bigger, so they got shut down by the DOC. They had to and health department, and then but their health, their mental health, and just like their health department in general, as far as medical goes, is absolutely horrible. There's a guy named Mike Hall, Hall, who his wife said, "Hey, listen, we're done. I'm taking the kids. We're done." And he told mental health, like, "I need help. I need help. I need help," and denied. And sure as I don't know exactly the dates or timeline, so I won't say anything. But he asked for mental health for a while, for days and days, and explained the situation. They denied him, and then he winded up hanging himself and killing himself. And they were out there advocating over there, and RRJ needs to be shut down as well, or just they kicked me out of there because I said, "Listen, you guys won't even get my medical records from Northern Neck, where I spent a year." I said, "Get my medical records from them, and then I will talk to the doctor. I have places I need, like GI appointments, a specialist that I need to go to." No, and then they kick me out. And it's like, and then they're going to blame it on me. It's just, and of course they're the law. So with McFadden, they can't do, those jails can do no wrong. It's all part of a bigger system, and that needs to be addressed. And the only way that that's going to be addressed is in civil court. And hopefully it will be. I mean, I know John's working hard on it. So the good thing, very few people have notes like I have. I have over 2,000 pages worth of notes, which are going to turn into a book, and which is going to turn into multiple lawsuits. And then hopefully everyone will be able to use that as a template.
You have 1 minute remaining.
And then just, that's the plan, is to use the Quaglin template, and then you can just remove certain things that don't apply to you, and then add certain things in that apply to you. And then, hopefully it's not like it can bring back time, but hopefully it'll help some people out.
Absolutely.
But that's the only thing. That's the only thing that we can do from here. But like I said, to everyone that's listening that has anyone in jail, the best advice I could ever take is take notes. Document. Everything that they do there, good, bad, or indifferent, just document it.
Okay, Chris.
Greta's gonna go.
But anyway, guys, thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna pass you along.
Okay. Thank you.
And we're gonna get cut off, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.